The dust clung to her dress as she stepped down from the wagon, her boots hitting the dry earth of the ranch with quiet determination. The place looked worse than she had imagined, fences leaning like tired men, fields cracked under the relentless sun, and a silence that felt more like defeat than peace. A man stood near the barn, watching her. His face was weathered, his posture guarded. He didn't move to greet her. "You're late," he said flatly. "I'm right on time," she replied, brushing the dirt from her skirt. Her voice was steady, though her heart pounded. "I came for the job." He let out a short, humorless laugh. "Job!" His eyes swept over her, taking in her small frame, her worn bag, her stubborn expression. "Lady, this ranch can barely feed the people already here. I don't need more mouths to worry about." She stepped forward, closing the distance between them. "Then don't feed me," she said. "Let me earn it." He frowned, clearly unimpressed. "You ever worked a ranch before?" "No," she admitted. "But I learn fast, and I don't quit." "That's what they all say." She held his gaze unflinching. "Give me one chance," she said quietly. "I won't waste it." For a moment, the wind seemed to pause, carrying her words across the empty land. The man studied her, not just her appearance, but the fire behind her eyes. It wasn't desperation. It was something stronger. Finally, he jerked his head toward the barn. "Fine, you see that fence line out back? It's been down for 2 weeks. If you can fix even half of it before sundown, you can stay the night." She didn't hesitate. "Where are the tools?" A flicker of something, maybe surprise, crossed his face as he pointed inside. The work was harder than anything she had ever done. The sun burned overhead, her hands blistered, and more than once she thought she might collapse. But every time doubt crept in, she pushed it aside. She hadn't come this far to turn back. By late afternoon, sweat soaked through her clothes, and her muscles screamed in protest. But the fence stood, straight and strong, stretching farther than even she had believed possible. The man returned just as the sun dipped low, casting golden light across the land. He stopped when he saw the fence, his expression unreadable. "You did all this?" he asked. She nodded, too tired to speak. He walked along the line, inspecting it carefully. Each post was set firm, each wire pulled tight. It wasn't perfect, but it was solid, real. When he came back, his voice had changed. "You can stay," he said simply. She let out a breath she didn't realize she'd been holding. Days turned into weeks. She rose before dawn, worked until her body ached. And slowly, the ranch began to change. Fields were cleared. Animals grew stronger. The silence lifted, replaced by the sounds of life returning. And somewhere along the way, the man who had once doubted her stopped watching from a distance. He worked beside her now, trusting her, relying on her. One evening, as they stood,